All right. So we've got Supreme Leader, who seems to think a lot about himself, calling in. What's up there, Supreme Leader? How you doing?
That name is a joke. The name is kind of a joke name. I got it from Stargate, the series.
Well, we're joking kind of guys, so we're cool with that. As long as you don't really have these delusions of grandeur. Yeah.
Don't underestimate yourselves in music. You can do far more than you think.
Okay, well, so you've given no pronouns, and I have no idea how to refer to you after the fact. So, like, what would be the best way for us to refer to you when we're talking about you in the break room afterwards?
Oh, really, you can decide for yourselves. I don't mind. Anything you want.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I kind of feel like
him, her, or sir, or whatever you want.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. We got to have a dialogue, and John's trying to ask you. Let's just you'll get to speak. I promise.
Yeah. So I don't know. I generally, whenever somebody comes in, calls in with none given as far as their pronouns go, it just seems to me like they're trying to identify as a little bitch. So I think they'll probably just call you that later, in the break room. Yeah, I will. So, all right, what do you want to talk about there, little bitch?
So last week, I think it's last week, I called in about prophecy and stuff.
Okay, shit I don't care about. I got you. Well, what do you want to talk about this week?
Well, what's on your mind today? Like
you called us. What are you talking about? I don't call someone's house and be like, "Hey man, what are you thinking about right now?" I'm gonna call John and just be like, "Hey, what you thinking about, buddy?" You know? Oh, I'm just working on this new video for my channel. You know.
Well, last week it was about prophecy.
Okay.
You're gonna have to give us more, my man. I cannot do the work for you. I wish I could. I'd solve all the theistic problems that way.
The one world economy predicted one world economy, where you got to have this mark in order to participate in the one world economy.
Okay, I actually remember talking to this guy about like the mark and all that. So I don't know if you want to start this out, John. I wasn't very forthcoming last time, and I don't expect it to be forthcoming this time. But we'll see.
Right. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about there, but as far as like prophecy in general goes, how do you know that these are actual prophecies, for one, that either will be fulfilled or have already been? Like, is that your claim? Is that they have already been fulfilled, or that they will be fulfilled in some kind of way?
Well, last time I called, I said, well, if you did see those things happening, would you believe then?
I have no idea of how to verify that specific prophecy is, being fulfilled. Like, for one thing, you're not giving me specific prophecies in order for me to address, but also another thing is that prophecies are normally worded so vaguely that they can apply to nearly any situation that would even remotely apply to it, but also multiple times over human history. So, like, I guess I want to know if you can name me a concrete prophecy, because I've not talked to you before. I have not heard the previous calls or anything like that. Yeah.
So I can't watch YouTube while I'm talking with you. So can you tell me there's two hosts here, right? So what are your specialties in terms of
that won't if I like died right now of a heart attack and didn't reveal what I'm good at or what my job is or what I'm an expert in or not, you would still like have this unanswered question about the prophecy stuff. So you know what I mean? So like nothing would turn on that question.
I don't know you. I understand that. And so in your life, like, do you have a degree in something? And
I do, but that's irrelevant. We both have degrees and that's irrelevant.
I don't think your lives are irrelevant.
It's not about that. It's just irrelevant to the actual content of what we're talking about, right? It's like really clear. It's like very obvious.
On your life, in your life, what specific thing have you focused on?
I'm not here to play Dr.
cares?
Phil. What is this?
Can we move on?
I'll talk to my therapist about this if I get a therapist, right? I don't need to talk to you. Yeah, I just want to talk to you. Look, we want to know what the prophecy is supposed to be. What I'm hoping for, at least with these types of prophetic claims, is that they're more akin to things that I value, like novel testable predictions and things like that. So I'm interested in this idea, right, that you can predict something in the future, but we don't really have much to go off of. There's a lot of things you could predict that are pretty mundane and not very interesting. Like I can predict the sun will come up tomorrow. So like something new or novel or something would be really great to hear, but you're making it extremely difficult for us to understand what the prophecy is. And if we just don't get anything out of it, then it's going to be hard to like, bring us to whatever you believe, right?
Okay, you're asking for specifics about what I think. Well, that's fair.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so I'm talking about Revelation 13, about 14 through probably 17.
What?
Okay, so how is a second century document that is more about Nero and the Roman Empire going to be applicable to today?
Well, have you noticed that our laws are actually spoken in Latin?
I don't see how this matters at all to anything that we're talking about right now.
One thing we're looking for are statements, not questions, right? Questions aren't propositions. They can't be like true or false. So we're looking for statements that we can analyze as being true or false, not questions that, right?
Right. So the initial question was, if you, and this is from the past call, okay? So if you saw a prophecy in the Bible and it happened to become an actual thing in the real world, would you believe it then?
If what you're just, sorry, John, if you want to go ahead, it just seems like you're just assuming the thing to be true to begin with, but let's just.
Look, we're assuming things, okay? It's a hypothetical. That's what it is. If you happen to see this thing actually happen in real life while you're living in the world, then would you believe it because you saw?
I don't know what it is. Like, if you saw a flabla, would you believe it? I don't know what the fuck a flabla is. I need to know what the prophecy is. I don't know what I'm supposed to be believing. Would you believe this very vague thing that if the vague thing happened, like you would believe it? I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, and I don't know what you mean by believe. Like, would I believe in the Bible? No, I would not believe in the Bible. If only one thing happened and the Bible happened to get it correct, no, a broke clock can be right twice a day. But just because maybe it did accurately predict something, or maybe it just so happened to get a prediction correct, that doesn't mean that the Bible is true, that Jesus is the Son of God, or anything like that. You would have to prove like that magic exists, that Jesus is magical, and that Jesus is the son of a sky wizard. So, I mean, you've got a long way to go. No simple, vague prophecy in the Bible, and it is seeming to come true, is going to convince me of fucking anything.
Okay. What would help if you read the verse?
It would help if you gave us the verse to fucking read. God damn.
What we on a? I don't feel like we're in reality right now. I think I'm still in a dream. This is kind of weird.
So upset, you guys. You're so upset.
We're asking very simple and basic requests, and for whatever reason, you're like really. Oh my gosh, you're like extreme. Oh my goodness, right? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna meet you. You're like extremely obtuse about this. Like, dude, just give us the verse and like let's move on. I'm kind of done having fun with this. Like, I want to talk to you. I don't want to have to just move on. But at the same time, I want something to be able to analyze. I have nothing. So far, I have a big plate of nothing. I got absolutely nothing. I have, what would you think if this thing maybe happened? I don't know. Tell me about it, right? Let's talk about it. You're unmuted, and just tell me, just read the verses or tell us in your own words what you think they are. I don't care. Just give me fucking something, man.
Okay, so Revelation says there's an image that speaks. It commands everybody to take a mark. They can't buy or sell without it. That's the point.
Wait, this is just the same thing. This is the same thing that you talked about last time. It's just the. the one currency that's like on people's forehead or whatever you were saying? That's your prophecy?
So
I mean,
you've heard about
why would I think if that came true that mean that raises the probability of Christianity, as opposed to like it also being compatible with the hypothesis that some guy wrote in some documents and happened to be right about something, which by the way isn't hard. It's either going to be like multiple forms of currency or like one or none, right? It seems like your options. It's not like you're not really, it's like I predict that my steak will come out rare. You only have a few options. It's not very impressive when they come out one of the three that you have, right? It's kind of dumb.
Now, right now, we use the Federal Reserve note. Now, without it, you can't do business with people. Now, suddenly, it changes to a digital currency. And unless you abide
It
by
hasn't
the rules,
changed.
The Bible say digital currency, or is this new language that you have to introduce to make this work? Sounds like you have to make it dance a lot, right?
Well, and also you're being very myopic about this digital currency, because the digital currency, if you're talking about crypto, like there's multiple different crypto coins that are out there. And there are what, the meme coins, shit coins.
There's so many pump and dump coins that you would, this is why you should learn good skepticism and protect yourself from those types of scams, right?
right. I don't believe in digital currency because it's encryption. And if there's a being smarter than that, it can undo the encryption and make a new one that nobody else can encrypt.
Do we have anything else that you want to talk about?
Well, my point is, hypothetically, okay, if we transferred from this system to a digital system, hypothetically, system where cash is no longer a thing anymore, you have to have a digital currency.
Okay, and so what? That's Christianity is true? I don't get it.
Well, what I'm saying is, and I'm telling you guys out there, everybody listening, if you had to accept this digital currency, and the only way you could do it is if you worshipped this person as God in order to do it.
Well, I don't even know what that sentence fucking means. If you had to accept the digital currency and you could only do it by worshiping the one, that is, you could literally end world hunger with the amount of word salad in that. It doesn't even make any sense. What is that?
Well, yeah, hold on, a little bitch. Listen, you're essentially creating this hypothetical, and you're loading up this hypothetical by presenting it as this like alternative religion that you have to partake in order to use this supposed one world currency, this digital currency. And so you're basically creating a situation where you're going to get to your preferred narrative. Like you're leading us in a direction, right? This is an entirely loaded hypothetical, and you're not going to get anywhere. It's not compelling, to try to argue that with us, because we've already recognized you're loading it up, and we're not going anywhere with it. So maybe you can provide some other kind of argumentation for Christianity. What's your since this seems to be your first argument for Christianity, this digital currency thing where we've got to like bend down and worship some new god. What's the second one? What's the second best proof for your particular version of Christianity? Let's go there.
Yeah, and right before you do that, like something that'd be nice, like that would meet like a standard that I'd care about with that type of predictive expectations is like, imagine like you have these different domains of sciences like geology and astrophysics and biology, right? And you have all these different domains. What would be a really good prediction is if I unified, I made a prediction that not only would confirm like a hypothesis I have, but it unifies other domains of science. So imagine, right, I consult with these other sciences and I'm like, okay, well, there was this land, giant supercontinent Pangea. It broke apart. I imagine like if I looked in the geological strata in like Africa or in South America and like the same layers, I'd find very similar species, if not the exact same species. I go look, I find it, right? That's like one of the best things that you could do, right, to confirm your hypothesis. And not only that, you have a unification. You have this virtue of unification between not just like this evolutionary theory or something, but with other domains of science. That would be immense. If you had something like that, that'd be very interesting. But like digital currency, we can go with currency, we can go multiple currencies, mono currency or none. That is as impressive getting to one of those and predicting that as me predicting that the steak will either not come, be rare, or be well done, right? It's just as interesting as that. But anyway, if you want to give the second one, I just wanted to give you kind of a background of what I think when a novel prediction is actually valuable. It's not in these weird, like spooky metaphysics, right?
Notice how I don't interrupt you?
I appreciate that.
Because I want to hear what you think. That's why.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. So do you want to move on to the second thing, or because I really don't think we'll get anywhere with this. This is just, there's just such a massive disconnect. Like I have a hard time believing that someone can really believe this. I'm not trying to sound rude to you. It's kind of silly, man. I'm not gonna lie.
But you do both have like degrees, right? Where you've been through school and you've earned
irrelevant. I'd say the same thing to you if I didn't have a degree.
Look, I'm a high school dropout, okay? I'm not saying I'm smart.
That's very hard for me to believe.
Well, I'm not. And I consider you more intelligent than myself. That's why
I'm not here to play that game.
Well,
I have massive imposter syndrome, so I'm not interested in that game, right? I'm interested in just hearing the content of what you have. Like the meta stuff's not very interesting. That kind of stuff gives me anxiety, honestly. I don't like doing that. Like I don't like having to result to that. I'd rather us just have a conversation about what you believe and why you believe it, but it just seems really difficult to do that.
Well, you've heard all of our arguments over and over again. I know you have.
I haven't heard all of them. I went on TikTok not that long ago and someone presented an argument to me I never heard. It sounded like a bunch of gibberish and I couldn't understand it, but it was a new argument. And people come up with arguments all the time.
You've got brilliant minds. You can think probably better than I can. So anyway, the fact is,
Supreme, I'm not interested in that. I appreciate it. It's flattering. It makes me feel weird. I'm not great with compliments in general. If you met me at the Back Cruise event, hopefully I didn't come off weird. I'm horrible with compliments. I don't want to do this game, right? I just would want to talk about the content.
I'm just saying, if you're educated, you deserve a compliment, okay?
That's fine. Compliment taken. Let's actually get to the content now. I'm sure the audience is not interested in the compliment.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, but why should we be interested in what you have to say? I'm just kidding.
Well, I appreciate that also. I do. So my point is, digital currency exists, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Move on to your second point, for fuck's sake.
We got another call in the queue, and I'm telling you, the second that comes up, and you don't have anything, we're gonna move on to that call.
Well, that's okay. If you don't want to listen to me, I understand.
No, we want to listen to you. We're begging you to move past the cryptocurrency thing and move on to your second proof that your God exists, or that the Bible is true, that Jesus is some magical first century wizard. I like, it doesn't matter to us. Like, just name anything else other than this fucking cryptocurrency thing. And yes, I will interrupt you when you start going on like either a gish gallop or you start preaching at us or something like that. Like I will interrupt you for that, because it's not compelling information. It's not interesting information. It's just not. So this is me trying to like move the conversation along to something that's actually interesting.
Well, it's your show. You're allowed to interrupt me whenever you want to.
Okay, then there was no point in you bringing up that you allow us to talk. It just makes you seem like a little bitch. So let's move on to the second point, if you can. What's your second proof for your God?
Well, remember my premise for the conversation to begin with.
I mean, not really, because it was just a bunch of like vague nonsense about currency. So I don't know that I could put that in a sentence. It would be like me trying really hard to make that a coherent sentence.
Remember the premise of our conversation in my previous call. What was the premise of the
Just fucking
conversation?
oh my god, I am so over this, man. Just
Prophecy.
I'm gonna give you like one
Prophecy.
last chance. Just be direct.
The point was prophecy. If I could point out to you, this was predicted, this thing. And if it happened, would you believe then?
No, that's a horrible criterion. Just predicting something and it coming true is not a good criterion. You need a more rigorous criterion than that.
Right. I would turn this around on you there, little bitch, because I could predict right now that you at some point in your future are going to stub your pinky toe on some piece of furniture or some piece of your house in the future, or just something somewhere. Doesn't matter. If you do that, will you believe me then?
Well, it seems like I'm wasting the time of your show right now. And you have another caller, don't you?
Why don't you answer my question?
But I'm trying to give you a chance, man. We're not trying to be completely rude to you. We're trying to help you get the thought out.
Well, my main point was, even if you did believe, you really don't like God, do you?
Oh my God, John, let's move the fuck on. I'm so done with this guy. All
right, goodbye, little bitch. I hope you have a nice little bitch night, and you maybe next time reconsider the whole pronouns thing, because that makes you again look like a little bitch.